Let me show you guys one other thing I got here. I got these from Jason Chrisman with JC's Honeybees, and these are pure beeswax queen cell cups. And what these are basically modeling is the same thing. This is a JZBZ plastic cup, and my wife decided to put the cat on the table to mess with me. These are JZBZ plastic cups, and this one I've actually used already, so it's got little wax stuck on it. But the reason you need queen cell cups at all, if you're going to be grafting, is that the queen, to grow outright, needs a bigger cell than your average worker larva. So for those of you that have seen, queen cells that have been pulled up, emergency cells or whatever, you notice how the honeybees will actually pull the queen cell out off the face of the comb, and that's so that cell is big enough for the queen to actually grow out inside of it. So anyway, the plastic JZBZ cups I've used before. I've had good luck with them. I like them. They're very affordable. But I wanted to show you guys these that Jason is going to start making, because I just think it's a great idea. I think, if nothing else, it's a little bit more natural to use a pure beeswax versus a plastic. I like that it's, obviously reusable. You're going to be, once you use these once, just throw them in your pot and melt them down and recast them yourself or whatever you want to do. Certainly you can reuse the plastic ones again, although I've read, and I don't know what the reasoning is, I've read that reusing them, you don't have as good of results. I've reused them before and had, I never did write down which ones were reused and which ones were new, but they're recommended not to reuse these. They say your acceptance rates isn't as good. So, if this is a one-time purchase anyway, you can consider this a one-time purchase as well, only this can actually be melted down and recast. And as far as the bees are concerned, it's a new queen cell cup instead of a plastic one. But more than anything, I want to share these with you guys. I think it's really cool. I think it's a unique product. I think there's a lot of room to go with this. And Jason started making these, and he told me about them, and I asked him to send me a couple. I told him I sent him $20 if he wanted to send me 50 or whatever. But he sent me these just to try out and see how good they'll actually work. I think I have no idea what a fair price is, to be honest with y'all. I told him, I offered him $20 for 100 of them. I don't know if that's a fair price or not, but I do know these JZBZ cups, you can get 100 of them through Man Lake for $9. So very affordable. Even if these are twice as expensive, I think that's okay. I mean, really, because you're getting a much different product, You might view it as disposable because you have to melt them down and recast them each time, and I don't know that you're going to have to. I'm just saying, worst case scenario, you would. I'm actually going to try to use them, and then once that queen hatches out, I'm going to actually cut it back to this base and see if I can reuse them, just like I could try to reuse one of these. But anyway, I wanted to share them with you. I just think they're really a neat product. I think they're unique. I've never looked for them online, but I've never seen them. I've flipped through the Man Lake catalog. I've read Man Lake back and forth. I've looked at a couple different catalogs, Date Ant, Brushy Mountain. If you guys have found them and you want to correct me, put a comment or whatever, that's fine. But I've never seen them before, and so I'm pretty excited about them. I think they're pretty neat. There are some other videos out there, and Jason actually made a video on how you can make a similar queen cell cup, only not as strong as these. You can make one where you just take a dowel rod, a 3/8 dowel rod or whatever it may be, round off the end of it, and then you dip that in beeswax a couple times, and then you just peel off the little queen cell cup. And so what you'll get is a queen cell cup that's just kind of rounded like the tip of your pinky, and it doesn't have this, flat base on it. The flat base I really like because you'll be able to glue these down. You'll be able to set a whole bunch of them on a frame, drip a little hot wax across that frame, and glue all these on real quick and easy. Whereas with a rounded base one, you have to be a little bit more careful and make sure it's stuck real good. So these are solid. I mean, I've taken these things, just throw them on the table. I've dropped them on the floor. They don't crush. I mean, if I wanted to, I could really crush it, but they don't accidentally crush. I don't think they're really going to warp, sitting in a bag in the cabinet or anything like that. So I think they're a solid little product, and I'm excited to try them out. I just wanted to show them to you guys and show you what I got. And just as soon as the weather warms up here, I'm gonna do a little test. I'm gonna put, I think, on my queen rearing frame, I'm going to try to test as many things at once as I can. So I'm going to use the cell punch kit that Jason sells. I'm going to do a row full of these things, and I'm going to do a row full of JZBZ cups. And then I've also got, I picked up one of the Chinese grafting tools. In the past, I've grafted with the German grafting tool, and I've actually grafted with a piece of copper wire that I flattened out. So I'm gonna test the different tools. I'm going to test the different cell cups and the different methods, and then I'm also going to test, I believe, I'm going to try to anyway, I've got a little jar of royal jelly, and I'm going to actually try half the queen cells on each base, you know, so half the ones that are in the wax cups, half the ones in JZBZ, and half of the punch cells. I'm going to give each one of them, you know, a little bit of supplemental royal jelly if I can. I don't know if I'll get that done because that's like to really do that right, you have to give them that supplement every single day, and I'm probably not going to have time for that. So I might just give them each a little shot the day that I graft and just see if that does any difference or not. I don't know if it will or not, but anyway, like I said, I just want to show them to you. Again, I think it's a neat product. Jason has told me he's going to try to start selling these just to see kind of, you know, just kind of based on what the market's going to be worth, but he's hoping to sell them in these 100 packs. I don't know what his asking price is. Like I said, I offered him 20 bucks. I don't know if that's fair or not. I told him to really consider, you know, what his time's worth, the value of the wax that's in each one. So the pricing's up to him. I'm not the judge of that. But he is going to be selling these. So if you have questions about them, you can, you know, ask me. I'll tell you what I know. But probably more likely I'll just refer you to Jason's channel. I'll put a link at the end of this video and a link below that'll take you to Jason's video where he talks about these. And from there you can navigate to his actual page to where you can send him a message or you can just comment on his video to get more answers if you want. So like I said, I'm looking forward to testing them out, and certainly when I do, I'll put up videos as I go, as I go through using them so y'all can see how they work for me.